Well, you look at this mess. Oh my gosh. It's the Monday after Easter, so it's April 5th of 2021. And I'm still waiting for the jelly roll that I ordered from Etsy to arrive. I got notification that it shipped on Saturday. I don't know how long it's going to take for it to arrive. The lining fabric for that project is supposed to arrive today. I am not holding my breath based on the way things have been going, shipping wise. Let's see. So I started on this pillowcase that I had hoped to finish in time to send with all of the baby outfit, well, the 2 baby outfits and the baby blanket. I'll try to link those videos below the video that you're watching right now in the description box, to my sister, because this would be for her, and then of course the baby gifts for the baby shower that is imminent. This isn't ready, so no matter how hard I tried, every time I sat down to work on this, and it was a number of times, I would get like 2 stitches done and something would happen, and I would get 2 more stitches done and something would happen. I got half of the heart done yesterday, and then last night I just finished the other half. It's just been like trying to, I don't know, herd cats almost. I think herding cats would be, and I'm not saying hurting, I'm saying herding, like grouping them all together would be easier to do than that was over the weekend, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. So these are the colors that I chose. I didn't even know what color to choose for the hearts, and then I thought, you know, a bold color with these might actually be kind of cute, and I do like the way it looks. So that's working out. Okay, in the meantime, this arrived, and it's probably going to be the month of May project, based on just how difficult or how easy it is to gather the supplies. So here's the thing. I need to make myself something, and I think that's what this is. So let's just go ahead and open it. I know it sounds like I'm kind of acting scatterbrained. Oh, really? So let's get this opened up and see if it is what I think it is, and then I can talk about what I think I might be doing. Maybe. Sorta. Okay. Aha. It is Simplicity. It is a top that you can do long sleeves, which I really prefer. That's basically how I wear my sleeves. I can't stand short sleeves. They just feel too weird on my arm. My plan is to make something about this length, and I think this has some side splits right here. If it doesn't, I'll add them, because this one does. But I think B is just a short sleeve version of A, and A is a version of B without a pocket. Right, and they all have buttons and buttonholes, which is great. So I'm kind of thinking A. I don't really like a pocket. I have a few shirts that have them, and they just feel bulky and useless to me in this particular spot. I don't generally like to have them there. And on a blouse, where the heck else would you put them? I mean, if you put them down here, it's more like a jacket. So let's just see. We're going to need probably, I was having a hard time reading it, so I'm going to take a photo. It is, it is 2 7/8 of a yard if you purchase the 45-inch wide. So I'm going to make a note of that, even though shirt A it's 7/8 of a yard. And that, if I choose the 60 inch, it's 2 3/8 of a yard. I really prefer tops that have, or blouses that have an actual collar, and I like the type of sleeve, the set-in sleeve that just falls below the shoulder right there. I don't know what these cuffs look like, so I'm going to look at the pattern or the instructions and see. This looks like this pattern is, yeah, it's factory folded, so it's never been opened. Oh, it's old. I don't remember seeing one of these for a long time. It's been a long, long, long time. I'll look at this, see if I can see a date on here. 1996. Wow. I wonder what they would do if I just mailed it in. We should do that. Oh, we should do it. There's no date. It doesn't say, you know, you have to do it by a certain time. So I think I will do it. We'll just fill it out and see what happens when we mail it. All right. So I want to see. All right. So here is top A. And to be honest, it looks like a pajama top. This looks like just a regular cuff without buttons. I don't see a buttonhole or a button on the cuff of view A. Okay, let's fill this out. So right out the gate it says, thank you for selecting Simplicity. Please fill in this card so that we can improve our products for you. It doesn't say fill in and mail. It just says fill in. So we're going to mail it because on the back it has a no postage necessary if mailed in the United States. And you see, I don't see any date. So, okay. Please describe your sewing ability. I'm going to say advanced. What do you sew? Well, I do dresses and shirts. I've done men's clothing. I've done home dec. I've definitely done children's and pants and gifts and crafts and blouses, and I have made 2 actual jackets in my life. Oh, my age range is somewhere in here. How many books have you purchased in the last year? How many books have I purchased in the last year? The year of the pandemic. I'm going to have to say, they don't give me an option for none. But see, I've read a lot of my books on a free app, so I can't even answer that one. I'll have to just leave it blank. Are you a customer of the following sewing companies? Cy-Decosi, no. Rodell Press. I don't remember if I've done anything. I'm going to say no. Oxmoor House, I have a few books, and Better Homes and Gardens. I do have a few magazines, okay. Approximately how much do you spend on sewing? Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to say a year. Oh, definitely over 200. Would you like to be entered in our $100 Simplicity Products shopping spree? Who in the world would say no to that? Did you see the newly redesigned Simplicity Pattern catalog format at your store back in 1996? Would I have seen it? I can't imagine that I wouldn't have seen it. Simplicity Pattern Catalog form. Oh, looking for pattern. Yes, I did. Okay. So catalog size is very good. The Quick Pick color code system is excellent. I was going to write that down here where it says comments, but then I noticed it was up here. Ease in finding your pattern. Yeah, it's good. Sometimes I have issues. Page and reference system. It's very good. Are you interested in subscribing to these catalogs? I'm going to have to say probably not, because everything I want right here is online. Which of the following improvements would you like to see in simplicity? More sewing tips, more children, more men, more dresses, other. I think sewing tips would be really good. Okay, so now I just fill out this lower part down here and I will pop it in the mail, and I will let you know what happens as a result of me sending this in, if anything. This is Simplicity 7122, and it's an easy to sew. And of course, being from 1996, I don't know if they have reissued that number or not. I'm going to look it up real quick and see. Sometimes you'll look for one pattern and there will be two with the same number. So Simplicity 7122. All right, so see, I don't know if you can tell, but it says 7122 Simplicity. This is a vintage pattern, so there is that, and then there's this Simplicity 7122, which is what I have. And was there another one? Yeah. There's a jacket Simplicity 7122. So if you're looking for this one, this is what the front looks like. That may help. This in just like I did with this. But I'm going to only do half of this at a time. And I kind of want it uneven. So my plan is to make long and short, uneven stitches. I was working on this, the heart. I'm doing sort of an uneven embroidery using 2 embroidery needles with 2 6-strand links of floss. That'll just be a work in progress. I went shopping, and I have to say, I'm going to go ahead and just call them out. Most of the Joann fabrics that I've been to actually have fabric. And I'm thinking that maybe now, in fact, I'm going to look it up. Because, see, back in the day, it was Joann fabrics. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's now called Joann Crafts. Oh, we have to spell it right. Oh, it's called Joann Stores. Okay, so I see Joann Fabrics and Crafts, Joann Fabrics and Crafts, Joann Fabrics and Crafts. This is the one that I went to, the Joann Fabrics and Crafts in Linwood, I believe. Yeah, it was in Linwood. I did not find anything for this that I would personally be interested in. So I thought about it, and I mentioned to my daughter, my youngest daughter who lives here, that maybe we should go to the Joann Fabrics and Crafts. I didn't say that, I just said Joann, but now that I know, I will correctly call them by name. But anyway, we should maybe go to the one in Everett, which I think the last time I was in there, to be honest, I don't know how long ago that was, but they did have and have always had a huge fabric selection. But anyway, so this arrived today, and it's one or the other of 2 fabrics, and I don't know which one it is, so I will be just as surprised. We're going to go ahead and open this. Oh, for some reason I can't get my, there we go, paper scissors. And I did get the package mailed to my sister with the 2 little baby rompers and the baby blanket. Oh, okay, I know which one it is. I know I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Oh, look. So it's spoonflower fabric, and it says, we have over 1 million designs with one common thread. Awesome humans like you. Okay. This card is really cool. I believe that it is made from, yes. So what you can do, this is so cool. It's seeds, and I believe they're wildflowers, yes. So you can plant the whole card. You can either put it in a pot or you can put it in the ground. I don't think you're supposed to bury it too deeply, but if you receive one of these, it tells you that you go to thoughtfulhuman.com or .co and at thoughtfulhuman. So any of these places will take you to the instructions for how to grow the wildflower seeds that are embedded on the card. I've seen these. I've actually wanted to get into that a little bit myself, but that's pretty awesome. Thank you, Spoonflower. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not sponsored by them. I have no ties to them at all, other than the fact that I do purchase the fabric. And then here I have, I don't know what this is. It apparently is a swatch of fabric that I didn't order, but evidently it's a new product. It is made, it's Reprieve Performance Fiber, made from recycled plastic bottles. Products made with Reprieve help protect the land we live on, the oceans we need, and the air we breathe. And I want you to know that it feels very much like a nice canvasy, almost like a cotton, a heavy cotton. And here's how that process works. right there on the back of this card. And it says each yard or meter of Spoonflower's recycled canvas contains 10 plastic bottles. That is fantastic. Okay, and here is the fabric. And I am so excited to see this in real life, in person, in my hand. Oh, wow. Just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I'll open this up. It just is, to me, it's just gorgeous. So it looks to me like, I don't know if it has a one-way design. Yeah, I think so. Yes, okay. So we're just going to take this in. Wow. So inside we have almost a Wedgwood blue. Let me zoom you in so you can kind of see. Might be a little bit more obvious if I prop it up. I don't know that you can see that. It might show up. But there is a very real difference between what is inside this circle-y, oval-y shape and the white. I don't have a ring light, so I can't, there's no way I can show you that difference. Okay, but anyway, so we have, you know, the beautiful bow. It almost looks like a mirror reflecting a rose or reflecting a branch of rose and rosebuds. Okay, and then of course all this flourish. There's pearls or crystals, whatever you want to think of them as. And then these are just attached, each individual, by what would be considered maybe a wire attachment for each one. Oh, I love it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I think, unfortunately, as much as I love this, let me move all this out of the way, the design is too big. Oops. Yeah, I feel like it might just be a little bit too big to use it to cut anything with scallops. But this was my idea, and I may just end up using not these because I don't have enough. But I think these two fabrics are meant to go together, as you can see. Oop. They're basically the same colorway, just a different design. Okay, that might help a little bit. I don't know. Oh, it's just fabulous. Wow. So I could do something with the two individual pieces of fabric, and then I had purchased this to do sort of a intermediate, like a lining or a trim, but I don't think it goes with, it just doesn't seem to be a fitting piece of fabric for the two of these. But I'm going to have to decide what fabric I want, and then from there, do I want to do triangles or do I want to do rounded half circles? It's hard to say. Rounded half circles would probably be very pretty, considering that this has all this round shape. So if that is the case, I will need, so a lot of people will use a foam placemat that they can just cut into to make a template. And it's nice because it keeps your pen, there's enough depth in one of those placemats that it will keep your pen from bouncing and marking up your fabric. So that is that. I'm going to set this aside for now. I'm not real sure yet what I'll do with these two. I don't think that, I mean, I love the batiste, but I don't think I want solid scallops or prairie points. And again, I feel this is just not right for this fabric. Maybe a blue stripe or a blue plaid, blue and white, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what's available. And then of course I have my broadcloth, and I could do just solid white scallops or prairie points. That is an option, and if I don't find a print that I like, it's probably the one that, you know, the route that I will go. So I don't know if you can see, maybe if I hold it at an angle here, I don't know. Oh, there's a flashlight brightness. Okay, maybe we'll use it like a, there. Okay, so I think you can kind of see the dips and the unevenness, and from a distance it just looks, to me anyway, it has a really pretty, almost like a braided look, which I find very intriguing. Now another stitch that you could do with something of this size is you could do spaced horizontal, no, excuse me, spaced vertical. I'm going like this, spaced vertical floss, and then weave in horizontal floss. I've actually done that on a circle, so you would evenly space them. I would definitely use a ruler and evenly space your lines. Now you might find it attractive to have them uneven, and that's absolutely fine, but for maybe a first try you could, you know, go an eighth, an eighth, an eighth, an eighth, an eighth, and then come up here and in the opposite direction space these the same, eighth, 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 all the way around. Oh, sorry about that. And then your fabric would be showing through on the white, so, or whatever color your fabric is. And then you could turn it and do a similar thing, eighth apart or a quarter apart, going that direction. And then turn it and go back over it in, I'm going to have to look at this way. Like so. Which really does look pretty in embroidery if you're using a floss. You end up with a really pretty design. So it's something to think about if you're intimidated by the idea of having to fill in all this blank space. Just do this, leaving back that unstitched white back there, which will give you kind of a nice look. And if it's a small enough area, and I would consider this to be small, even though in reality it is at its largest, right from here, say from here to here, it is, well, from here to here is 1 inch, and from the inward point to the outer point is 1 inch. So an inch is an easy amount to cover should you choose to want to try to do something like that. And I do recommend using erasable ink. You could do with a friction ink pen on, you know, almost any type of home dec item like a pillowcase or something. If you have them, I would do it in opposite colors just to make it easy to see. You could use chalk if you needed to, or you could do mark just one set of lines and get rid of that ink, and then after you've done the embroidery, then you could go back and do the second lines with your friction ink, and then after you've done the embroidery, get rid of the lines, and so forth and so on until your design is completed. So that's basically going to be today's video, considering the fact that it's Monday and it's already after 4 o'clock my time. I know that it stays light outside longer now. Yay! I did kind of fiddle around just a little bit when I got home. I went outside and planted some seeds. I couldn't help myself. I'm going to do a little bit more research into these quilt as you go batting sew by number projects, and I'll either pop it up on screen in this video or I'll talk about it in the next video. I feel like it's something to explore, and as a non-quilter, and seriously, I cannot even begin to refer to myself as someone who quilts, as a quilter, but I'm someone who enjoys this type of project. So you might also feel the same way. You may not be a quilter. You may not want to have that big of a project ahead of you where you're just basically having to create a full-on quilt. I don't even know anybody who long arms. So because I don't quilt, I'm not in that world and I don't know where to go. And I don't really want to make a big, huge quilt. I want little projects that I can switch out. I have literally switched out 4 of my table runners in just the last Thursday, Monday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the last week. And that's fun. I can't switch out big quilts like that. So, you know, for me, this type of project is a lot more fun. I've enjoyed doing all of them. But having a sew by number to work from is intriguing and it sounds fun. So I will bring that back, as I've said 3 times now, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, and hopefully by praying, my fingers are crossed, that by tomorrow I should have some fabric to do something with. But if I don't, then we'll just push forward and we'll think of something to work on, because you know me, I cannot be away from my sewing machine really for more than a day, and even then it's a little bit much for me. I prefer to sew every single day. So if you liked this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up right here on YouTube. If you have not subscribed, I hope you'll consider doing so, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.